We're meeting with the senior people. It'll be Secretary Mnuchin, myself, Ambassador Lighthizer, Larry Kudlow, and Peter Navarro.
And the counterparts that you'll be negotiating with are who?
The same proportionate level people.
And the expectations, again, going into these talks, when we report on them or hear things, should we be thinking that you're going to come back with some sort of a deal? Do you go in hoping that you'll actually reach some sort of an agreement, or is it part of just more talking that's going to continue between the two countries?
Well, there's been talking between the two countries for years and years and years. President Trump is of the view it's now time for action.
So what does that mean?
Well, our trade deficit is too big and too continuing, too chronic, and too inspired by evil practices.
Are you optimistic then? I mean, typically and for conversations like the ones that you're going to begin tomorrow, the groundwork has been laid. Has it been laid for you to potentially reach agreement? Do you know whether the Chinese have come to a certain place where there's not that much distance between the two parties?
You never know where you are until you actually get into the conference room. And it's not my practice to negotiate things in the press room, as you know. Should be in the conference room.
Are you optimistic?
I wouldn't be going all the way over there if I didn't think there was some hope.
Some hope. That doesn't sound optimistic.
You can't prejudge. These talks have been going on for a very long time. The issues are very squarely in front of everyone. The changed ingredient is we do have the two 232s pending, and we also have the 301 pending regarding intellectual property rights. So that's a different frame of reference from what we've had before.
I understand that. You know, it's funny, the 232, the tariff side and then the intellectual property side get linked, but they're very distinct. I mean, is it possible you could feel as though you have victory on one and not another, but you're okay with that? Because stealing intellectual property or forcing companies to share it is a very different thing than dumping steel or aluminum.
Well, not really. It's really all about behavior. Steel and aluminum deal with today's world, what is right now. Intellectual property rights deal with the future. We have to safeguard both what's going on today and the future. And in fact, on IPR, next month, the Patent Office, which is part of Commerce, will issue its 10 millionth patent. 10 million patents. No country has ever remotely approached that total. That's our future, is intellectual property rights.
Yeah, it's interesting in talking about that, of course, our future is also things like 5G and wireless,
Sure.
which has come up a lot in our conversations yesterday. We had the CEOs of T-Mobile and Sprint who announced their deal, very focused on that, and saying that China is ahead of us. Is that true?
You never know who's really ahead or behind until it's truly perfected. Nobody has 5G totally perfected yet. I think the pitch that Sprint and T-Mobile are making is an interesting one, that their merger would propel Verizon and AT&T into more active pursuit of 5G. Whoever pursues it, whoever does it, we're very much in support of 5G. We need it. We need it for defense purposes. We need it for commercial purposes. We really need to be the player in 5G.
So that is one of the priorities for this administration.
Oh, for sure. You can't neglect the important parts of technology.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.